So this is what the world and Malaysia also accept, right? The moment I'm just going to compare when we talk about, we're not learning baseline, I'm just going to bring you the brief picture of the whole thing, right? Baseline is the start. To measure baseline, there are many types. Either you follow this type, or there are 12 rules in measuring baseline. You will see later, right? But Malaysia, like America, we follow the straight baseline. What is straight baseline? This is straight baseline. All right. Okay, see these fringes? All right. Okay, telur, or sometimes the fringes is full of delta, or full of islet, or full of island. All right. Okay, you can measure it by the rule of 12 nautical miles. It looks very simple to get this. All right. So what you measure? If it's normal baseline, you measure according to the curve. Below, all the band, all the nitty-gritty going down, you measure it and you marked it and you joined it, right? But if you follow the straight baseline, you see all the dotted, they jump into the tallest one only, the one protruding. From here to here, as long as it's not 12 nautical miles, you can mark and you can join. From here to here, or from here to here, all right, as long as it's not more than 24 nautical miles, from one protruding to another protruding bay, you can join it. All right, that is straight baseline, and it is faster to do that. Even when I say it is faster to do that, it takes 4 years to go on the east side of Malaysia, another 4 years, and then another few years in, because in one day you have to measure 1.3 times. All right, we look into that later. So this is measuring straight baseline. You see, from one to another delta, it must be 12 nautical miles, 12 nautical miles. And if it's so far away like this, it must not exceed 24 nautical miles. If it exceeds 24 nautical miles, then the measurement will have to go to the nearest point. Bend kat bawah sini, go up again. So you see, that is straight baseline. All right, straight baseline. Okay, in a clearer, all right. Okay, what you are going to do, baseline saja, they are taking into consideration as 5 different aspects of measurement. All right, see, when it comes to a bay that is so big, all right, there are some rules there. There are also a situation when they call it legal bay, historical. Okay, all right, historical rules come into the picture. This bay is actually Fonseca Bay. All right, bila dia Fonseca Bay, the opening of the mouth is more than 24 nautical miles. So all this measurement is what is being adopted. All right, okay, ni Gulf of Sidra, 32, 33, altogether the measurement. So you see, it's more than what is allowed. But then because in history, Tripoli and Benghazi has always been in one country. Sorry, dah teralih tadi ya. Okay, move object, move it back. All right, okay, right. Archipelagic nation. So everything you have to look into the baseline first. Mana dia punya diagram? Okay, this is it. Right. Okay, right, some country, and this diagram, it comes in variety of ways. Either you draw your own diagram, I draw my own diagram, or we accept the diagram that is published by United Nations or published by the book. You see, in America, they pay attention. They accepted the law of the sea, but to them, they had this bit. They only measure here as their, right, as their baseline. But their territorial sea, they have included their internal water and their territorial sea, right? Okay, so before the zero, they have already this side called internal water, and after zero on this line that they call baseline there, all right, over there, okay, measuring 12 nautical miles. So the whole part is called national airspace, all right, internal area, exclusive, right? Ni kita belajar in one topic by itself, right? Further down, they have continental shelf together with EEZ. This is usually when you were asked in questions to discuss a diagram, student always make a mistake over with continental shelf. Continental shelf is always sit in the same length of the EEZ. It's not 12 nautical miles, contiguous zone 12 nautical miles, then 200 nautical miles. No, it has to be in one zone. Sebab tu EEZ. In Malaysia, we have this ACTA enforcement very big here, Maritime Enforcement Body, right? Okay, and then high sea. You see, America consider this as international and space, right? The same map, all right, is followed by Malaysia. In Malaysia have national airspace, Malaysia have international airspace, separated by the territorial sea side, okay? Right? What else do you accept? This is freedom of navigation, right? Okay. When you learn about territorial sea, foreign ship has the freedom to navigate in your local water. All right, tapi based on certain rulings. Okay, in the 12 nautical miles, the ship cannot come in unless it is like Straits of Malacca. All right, part of it can be considered as on this part of it is considered as part of the state, right? So the law of the state will apply. Over here, it will be more of no local law, right? Okay, nanti kita tengok. I'm just giving you a picture. In America, in their governing of the ocean, they also accept MARPOL. MARPOL is marine pollution, right? Marine pollution, all right? International Convention for the Prevention of Marine Pollution or Prevention of Pollution from Sea. This is one very good convention, but you will learn MARPOL if you take Marine Environmental Studies, right? In Malaysia, in your ITM, we did not offer such subject, but in UKM under the social science, right? Social science school, they offer that subject. Long ago, I teach them, but I didn't teach them. The last 15 years, I don't teach UKM anymore. It's so far away to go to UKM and drive. All right, okay. So saya tak mengajar, banyak lecturer lain ada yang mengajar. In the beginning dulu, we teach because there are very few people graduated from the law of the sea. Okay, right. That much is for that. And do you have any questions? Okay. On the second part, we've seen the aspect from America, how America, even though they were not signing law of the sea, Convention 1982, they are still, all right, abiding by it, following certain rules and making the rest of the world understand that they apply the same concept. So you can't escape that, even though you are not signing, your state does not sign UNCLOS 1982. That's the second part. All right, okay.
No question, thank you, Prof.
Okay, all right, okay. Alhamdulillah, no question from you. So over here, you will look in.
Oh, sorry, just one question.
Yeah.
Is there any specific reason why America did not sign UNCLOS?
Oh, there is. You can write a lot of articles why they do not want to sign when it was open for 1982 until 1996. Also, there were a lot of write-up by their scholars. One of the reason is that, all right, given by these scholars, all right, number one is because law of the sea convention or UNCLOS, according to them, has taken away the rights of states to decide what to do with their own policy of the sea. Right? They don't want to be dictated because UNCLOS tell you to have a baseline, you have to measure accordingly, right? To have all the legal regime, you cannot have more, right? Okay, that's number one. That's why America doesn't want to be dictated because once they sign, they'll be dictated by the rules of United Nations, right? 1982, and they cannot have a different rules with regards to the sea. Mind you, they were leading in the sea. That's the second reason there. Kenapa they think that it takes away their privilege of making their own law towards the law of the sea. That's number one. Number two, the fact that they behave like that is because America has been leading in the maritime development long before UNCLOS 1982, long before 1958 convention. They write that in details. Right, let me go through the history. Right, okay, when the world have not gone into venturing diving, America have already designed America have already designed, all right, the diving suit, the one that is made of copper, the one that you see in the movie with a, the head that is so heavy, and then there will be a wire oxygen coming out from the ship, kan? Dalam movie ada macam tu, kan? Alright, okay, so you see that design is from America. Because they have designed that, they can go down to the ocean and see what is the ocean floor like. Alright, they did that before 1945. They say before United Nations, we have already had, alright, a suit to go and measure, and we can go down to the 3 nautical miles below. Right, we have taken the sediment of the water and we know what is down there. Okay, that's number two. Number three, right, they say the whole world have already owe them the advancement of technology in marine advancement of marine technology. All right, okay, number tiga, they say the whole world owe them to be the one that leads in the marine technology. And this one, they were referring to the aqualung. What is aqualung? All right, aqualung is when you want to go diving, long ago you have this wire of oxygen that will be plenty of, isn't it? On the top, people are winding it so that you will not be lacking of oxygen and your brain will still be functioning. Right. With the creation of aqualung, it sounds like aqualung, it called aqualung, but you know what it is? It is the oxygen tank that you carry at the back. So easy, right? You carry the oxygen tank made of this light steel, not the heavy steel, stainless steel tank, right, on the back. And then there will be this piece that goes into your mouth. They created that will work into the oxygen will go into you. And then they have already created aqualung that can bring you the oxygen down there. Instead of going from 0 nautical miles to 3 nautical miles, now to 12 nautical miles. So you can reach the bottom. Some bottom, not all the bottom of the seabed. So you see, and the whole world accepted that, buy that technology, learn from that technology, and Japan only increased it better. So they say, you people have owed them that technology. And number four, this is the best. When Truman Proclamation in 1949 proclaimed, all right, Pelanta Benua continental shelf as part of the state territory, right? The whole world copy. So now, are you telling America that America have to abide by United Nations in 1982? Yet they were leading long before 1945. So America refused arrogantly. That's my word. Right? But they are right, don't you think? They are the one. Okay? So to persuade them, right? They keep on thinking you owe them something, so you don't recognize their contribution. That's the reason, all right, in 1996, right, in 1996, all right, in order to acknowledge the contribution of America, ada banyak lagi reason, I'm giving you only 4 main that is related for this year, all right, okay, that America rejected it because they feel that they were left back. All right. So what they did was they is the United Nations Secretary, the law of the CBAC. They are the CBAC committee draft an additional agreement. They drafted at the back that over there they recognize that America is leading in their marine advancement, marine technology. Therefore, America will be offering you technology. Any one of you members recognized, right, by allowing America to offer their technology straight to the member of United Nations. Of course, we have to buy the technology lah. All right, tapi that is the perjanjian that America will share whatever technology that they have with marine with any state members, and they did that. All right, okay. So in Qatar later on, all right, agree that they will give a sanction. So if the treaty have already come into enforce, you can only give your agreement that you will abide and respect the treaty that the whole world has considered it a comprehension of the sea, comprehensive law of the sea, right? Or the constitution of the sea, right? There's a lot of phrases given to the 1982 UNCLOS, isn't it? So now you know why America have no reason, okay, not to abide by, respect, or cooperate together. It will be very difficult, isn't it? When somebody who is leading in the technology does not share some of the technology. One of the best technology that America also have is cracking manganese nodules. What is manganese nodules? Manganese nodules are a kind of ore. So, all right, it can be round, it can be square, but it's a whole bunch of like coconut. It can be small as the tip of my finger. It can be big as a double-story house. That the description given. This is manganese nodules. It is running around at the bottom of the sea. You can collect it. That's the reason why Truman Proclamation proclaimed that all land underwater, all right, that is the continental shelf, belongs to America. So they go and hunt these manganese nodules, right, in 1940s to 1950s. They took it, they cracked it open. Inside there, what do you have? Energy, atomic energy. All right. Okay, so they harvest it. They had a silo put in it. But in order for you to crack, pecahkan dia, to crack so that it can get an energy inside, release, captured it, and kept it for use as energy. All right. In order to do that, the technology comes from America because other country it will be very expensive. Right. To go to do that, right? But you don't need much. If you have one, all right, okay, then that will be enough. So they have plenty of that. They have plenty of use, all right, when it comes to that kind of manganese nodules. Itu one only of those ore, all right, galian, okay, the substance that they form from the bottom of the sea that they have shared with the world, all right. Okay, what about those that they have not shared? So also United Nations find it would be a loss if we do not have America as a party. That's why they have an extra additional agreement at the end in 1996 added to recognize the contribution of marine advancement from America. All right, okay, bukan saja nak pujuk dia to become members, but also to share their knowledge with the rest of the world. Okay, that's the reason why they refuse to sign. They feel, all right, okay, they have a good reason to. Right. Any questions? It's interesting, isn't it? To don't know America position, right? But today, when we talk of ocean governance, you see all that you have seen before in international law. So every time when we talk about ocean governance, make sure if you one day become Prime Minister of Malaysia or the Ministry of Maritime Affairs of this country, the ocean national policy takes into consideration your jurisdiction and the privilege of this and your SUFIN, right? The importance of national policy, you want to make sure, number one, the legal regime that you have already developed or acquired through UNCLOS, it stays that way. That's why we have this law developed. Baseline law, Territorial Sea Act, Baseline Act, Territorial Sea Act, EEZ, EEZ, and then continental shelves. And soon, Malaysia is leading in the discussion to have area beyond national jurisdiction. Where is this? This is in the seabed, right? Okay. Now, these are the things that you must have in your national policy. All right. Okay. And then you have to know the development of the law of the sea. The development of law of the sea. All right. If you don't want to look into all this plenty that was ancient, you only look at two. Number one, they have UNCLOS 1958. Number two, they have UNCLOS 1982. That is called the modern development. The ancient development, mare liberum, mare calusum, domino of the sea, Oleron rules, the one that we have seen before. All those are trying to standardize the use of the governance of the ocean. All right. Okay. The start of history is from Treaty of Tordesillas, or in my international law, I call this one as Treaty of Cape Verde. It can also be known as Treaty of Papa de Bull, right? Because Treaty of Tordesillas refers to the condition that the sea is divided into Portuguese and Spain too. Tordesillas, tortillas, lipat dua in McDonald's have that kind of food. All right. Okay, Treaty of Cape Verde, that is the place that they meet, where the Pope hears the word from God in Cape Verde, C-A-P-E, Tanjung, Verde, V-E-R-D-E, all right? And then the Pope himself is called Papa de Bull, all right? Nama dia, orang zaman dulu tak ada nama. They don't have a proper name. They will have to be called like Hugo Grotius, right? Leonardo da Vinci, or Goya. All right, you know, a name like that. They don't have nama like Rohani Muhammad Shah proper with my father's name. Tak ada. Okay, right. So Papa de Bull, because there is a very fat pope, and then he always have this leaf next to the telinga, the olive leaves that look like on the shadow. It looks like a horn, right? Like Iskandar Zulkarnain. Right. Okay. Right, freedom of navigation that is inherent through the practice of the common people who are navigating. Freedom of navigation, no law. Even when there is no law, you got to have a flag. If not, you're a pirate. We'll look into that in the navigation. Yeah. All right. Main history, of course, you know, mare calusum, mare liberum, and all that. That was the previous history. Then codified into today. All right. Okay. These are the development UNCLOS. One by one that I put them there. All right. So because these are sort of like an introduction of what we are going to look. In my next class, we are looking straight into the legal regime, starting with baseline and territorial sea. Okay, the area, trade use for international navigation. SUFIN, archipelagic state, these are Indonesian, Philippines, Japan. There are islands. There are more islands than the water. 9 equal 1. If there are 9 pieces, 9 area equal 1, 9 of the sea, 1 of the land, you can have it as archipelagic. Malta is archipelagic. Today, there are less islands in Malta and Fiji. Some of the islands have already been swallowed by tsunami. All right, this is archipelagic, right? Archipelagic, I'm referring to Indonesia. You see all the color. Am I sharing this with you? Yes? No.
Not yet.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no, Prof, no.
Oh my God. Sorry. I've been talking on my own. Poor me. Right. Actually, I'm looking into this. Right. So, all the tadi, okay, yang all the things that I've said, I was looking into this green PowerPoint. All right. At the end, I am here, archipelagic states. Right. We Malaysia, we are not archipelagic. All right. Okay. Right. Indonesia is archipelagic. You see, all these are Indonesian. So you can't pass through Indonesia, right? Okay, except on the top here, there is this Natuna, very small. Can you see this one on the next to the word Y? That is Natuna. So from Malaysia Timur Barat, okay, to the Malaysia Timur, all right, all we have to do is fly anyhow we like. We don't have to ask permission, though this Natuna Island belongs to Indonesia. Those the reservation and agreed by Indonesia and Singapore. All right, so Indonesia, their reservation was that they claim archipelagic. All right, so Philippines also archipelagic, Japan also archipelagic. Yeah, all right. And these are the right of archipelagic. Maldives is archipelagic. Though Maldives, according to my Maldives student, all right, you be ready to be a tall person because some of the island, all right, will be swollen when the high water rise. All right, okay. Sea lane, these are the kind of island, right? Okay. What are we looking at? And see, if from far you can see how high this is island. All right, it's always above water. All right, okay. You will also learn in your ocean policy or governance, you will also learn the difference between all right, all the country next to you. All right, Moldova doesn't have a sea, but they do have the rights to the sea under UNCLOS. This country like Moldova is known as, all right, yes, you have a question? Country like Moldova is known as what? Is known as landlocked and geographically a disadvantaged country. Landlocked, LL, landlocked, geographically disadvantaged country, GDC. All right, so that is Moldova. Right, United Nations Law of the Sea Convention 1982 guarantees that this Moldova will have the right to enjoy the sea, just like Botswana in Africa and many other countries in Africa doesn't have the sea.